July 11th, 2014. We're looking at sites that are down, that went down today. It's normally this site. That's what we're looking at, guys. We don't have that up now. Hope it comes back. It may never come back. Also, another site where we see the CMEs tracked in, coming towards Earth and going out from the sun. It's down. ISWA from NASA. They're down. Also, Stereo A is, we've been told and we've been warned that it was going down. And from Stereo B, we've had no updates since the 7th. Look at this. Now, it's very convenient. Right as Comet Jacques was getting close to Mercury, they shut it down. But notice the timestamp. But on A now, which is also supposed to be going down, there are current images. But on B, right before Comet Jacques got to Mercury, they shut it down. Nothing newer than, if you notice, on the 6th, there's the newest image here. I'll pull it around. That's one I've used in the last couple of videos. And you notice it has not changed. They've taken down most of our access to see these events, guys. And it's really been going on for about 2 years. But there's a few things we can still rely on so far. Now, this is from the GOES satellites. It's not visual. You just have to take the data. But you can see that we do have an electron flux increase. And that's from all the solar flares and coronal mass ejections we've been seeing since the 9th. If you notice the timestamp, July 9th through the 12th. That's going to be picking up for the next few days. We also have the, out of Australia, the IPS with the radio flux. That gives us some idea of what's going on with the sun. When you get the interference bands that you see, 245 is usually the one affected. But we have a few tools left. Now, here's something that's key as we look at Mount Graham. This is the Vatican telescope that the Pope owns, or supposedly owns, I guess. This is from Wikipedia. It's in Arizona, Mount Graham. Now, a lot of things are shutting down. This is not, and a lot of the new satellites are not. But guys, there's a trick being played. These are actual images above the Vatican telescope. There's just a few there, but it had been seen a few nights in a row, and someone got the images. They're beaming a green laser up into the sky from there. We know it's an infrared telescope. And guys, I want to go over some things that are critically important for the end times. Everyone's known and everyone's talked about the speculation of why all our solar satellites and information is going down. The speculation has been that they don't want us to see what's coming. Now, let me put this out of the box to you. What if they do not want us to see that nothing is coming? What if they want to make us think something is? What if they're shutting down the real instruments that we can see, and they're going to change them with Vatican instruments that can show us whatever they want to project with those lasers? I'm talking about the false Messiah. Now, it's been the intent of many to present this as an alien savior. Also, guys, when I talk about the locust army, you notice that I talk about it being the priest because of the breastplates. Well, if you do that in these days and time, the Roman doctrine will come against you. It's called the Jesuit order. It will come against you for teaching that the Pope is wrong and that the locust army is the one world religion taking over with the lies and deceptions. But we're looking at something that was done back in the 1560s. It's called the Council of Trent. What did I say? The Council of Trent. It was an evil, evil deal that was set up so that they could start killing Protestants that would not go along with their evil, wicked ways. One of the things you notice in chapter 5, and I'm going to link to the Council of Trent. I want you to read it. You can read a little bit of it, and then you'll have to back away. It's so sickening. But chapter 5, it says, and since the nature of man, listen how they downplay the humans, is that he cannot without external means be raised easily to meditation of divine things. In other words, we can't go directly to Jesus without the church. Listen to this. The Holy Mother Church has instituted certain rites, like witchcraft, namely that some things in the Mass be pronounced in a low tone and others in a louder tone. She, the church, has likewise, in accordance with apostolic discipline and tradition, made use of ceremonies such as mystical blessings. What are they talking about? Magic, black magic, lights, incense, vestments, and many other things of this kind, whereby both the majesty of such great a sacrifice. They love that word sacrifice in Mass, don't they? They love to continually crucify Christ. It says that for by both the majesty of such great a sacrifice might be emphasized in the minds of the faithful, excited by those visible signs of religion and piety, to the contemplation of those most sublime things which are hidden in this sacrifice. Against sacrifice in Mass. They're celebrating Christ's death over and over. When they talk about the blood of Christ continually, it's like a vampire movie. Now, guys, what's happened, and I'm going to show you in this Jesuit order. Even though this was in 1563, it is more alive and more strong today than ever before. It's here on the internet. The Jesuit doctrine is taught in many of the major colleges. They're Jesuit schools. And now, when you guys on the internet and YouTube start looking at the truth, you're going to see them come into your circle. This Council of Trent, this Council of the Romans. What are they going to do? We're going to take a look at it. I'm going to show you some more information. But guys, it's all about deception. And the way they move is when you start seeing the truth of the church and the evil that's behind it. They're going to move in there. And this is part of the Trent, or the Key Catholic Councils. Remember that name, Council. The Trent, 1545. The Council of Trent met over 18 years to deal with the Protestant revolt. It was decisively anti-Protestant in its decrees. Its bishops rejected the teachings of Protestants that humans are justified only by grace through faith. The dogmatic decisions were passed regarding original sin and justification. Listen, here's the key. Elimination of heresy and heretics. These councils that go through time, guys, they ordered to assist in the identification, translation, and elimination of any and all knowledge that threatens church doctrine. So if you've got knowledge that you're expanding, they're going to come in there, identify it, translate it, and eliminate any knowledge that threatens church doctrine. They want this alien savior doctrine taught. They want this army of locusts to be coming out of the ground. They don't want it to be identified as the preachers. Guys, we've seen this preacher movement since the Pope, Kenneth Copeland, that whole bunch. But you notice who the Pope joins himself to in the United States via Tony Palmer, his Protestant Irish convert, is the preachers that have a lot of money and that are easily deceived. They teach false doctrine, they teach the rapture, they teach tongues, they teach things like that. But he knows he can get to them because they're so naive. Plus, they're eat up with greed. If he promises them, this is the only church that's going to make it, is this new Catholic Church, join us, and that's the one that's going to be prosperous, they will throw their mother away. But this 1540 Jesuit order, founded to assist in the identification, translation, and elimination of any and all knowledge that threatens church doctrine. This Council of Trent, these councils through time, are here to distract and to take away from the true Messiah and the true enemy. It's a heads up. Beware.